Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last episode we did the episode 4 on the final day trial, and now we're gonna do probably the last episode of this game, and we move on to the next game. I guess we're gonna start now. Let's see what we have in store for us. Training. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Well, this is just interesting. Wait, what? Huh? What? What's going on? That's a woman. And the other was a man. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. Pepe hands. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Radical offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters that who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey. No, I'm not even a girl. I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney. Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Is that really? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Emma, was it? You're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. The work is becoming quite well known at my age, no less. So what is exactly your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me a 11th grader. I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Great. Another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if it's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You just have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. It's good to have a goal, still. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure, can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. Looking forward to it. I guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school, so they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia's a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was young. Little Pepe hens. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's go to the detention center. February 26th. Wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrive. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want any visitors. Oh, sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look! I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Hello? Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like me and Maya. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car. Trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will have considered a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. I'm pretty sure... Do you know, Edward? Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you would recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Ah, I got something in my eye. Hold up a second. Okay, something's in my eye. Sorry, guys. Oh! I don't know what attacked my eye, but it fucking hurts. I would pause the recording, huh? Alright, I'm gonna keep talking while one eye closed. In fact, it seems impossible. You wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this when she already has proof enough that she committed the crime? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Were you in the school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him here all the way from here in the office. Although he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. In my 3rd year, she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was at the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I was doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no chance you can take this case. None. But, Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. No, you didn't do it, Lana. I know it. So, how could you say you did? If I lose you, be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Shocked Pikachu face. Mr. Wright? Yes. I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana's confessed to the crime, yes? But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be real gentle, always smiling. Everyone liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself, but I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. This is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to be examining crime scenes. Try not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? But, partner? Well, howdy. Well, what do we have here? Looks like a Barbina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? What the fuck, he has a knife? Marshall, more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams cacti out of the desert dream, you want to? I'm giving him Texas voice. Fuck it. What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that hombre a friend of yours? Kinda. Sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Alright, let's explore the scene. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look like more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha, the theory of relativity. What? I got to write this down. Oh, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know Mr. Relativity? German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? This wall's in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall's merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how this makes any difference either way. Oil drum looks like it's been filled with water. It's heavy. It can't even budge it. The drum over there is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide here and do a stakeout. You think you'll probably get just arrested. In fact, you may even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing this over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is this scientific? That sounds like death. In disturbing the crime scene. Foldable wallet at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparking. I can tell she's been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. We have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Ah, so we're gonna be more detailed in examining evidence. Now let's start examining from every angle. HBBM. Alright, it'll be interesting to know. Oh look, I think there might be a clue. I hate how I have to why can't I move my mouse? You should check it out with a press of enter. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID 5842189. See, well, is its scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID found at the crime scene, ID 5842189. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's so mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Slide it. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I don't know what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Cowboy. Sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you be fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Can you tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner, but about time for vitals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up to the 12th floor and up to the prosecutor's office. Might you just find a Curvessa you like. Prospectors are... Oh, these prospectors are... Where does this guy think he is, and when for that matter? Note to self, look up Vitals Saloon Carvessa. Maybe you should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here if you like. You just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's go check it out. Excuse me? Are you two all set? Us? Well, hello? Hello? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type of having clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days are as cough of queen are over. Cough up, huh? No, I'm kind of feeling full. I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burning to my eyes, you might say. All the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. Oh, you're a witness? What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Don't step on me, please. Yes, ma'am. Yipe, she means it, please. For fuck's sakes. I know, like, I'm into those kinds of... I'm not that into those kinds of shows. I'm not a masochist or anything, but jeez. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was filled of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. And just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny. Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. The evil ones. Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about the blackening of the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil of one of all. They gave an award for king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? I think you might hate Edgeworth. Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-off queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they rewarded yesterday, was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he avows the evils of lunches. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Now I feel what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. Just to see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw them very moment of the crime? The sound of the civilly ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, this would be a pretty why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import the freshest and best of from the far east. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can tell someone who has tried General Tso's Tribolite lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? Sorry, I'm trying to turn off my alarm. I see my lunches and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see them. So you're here anyway. I guess selling lunch is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Do you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kinda like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, how you're talking. Cough up, queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, and now I'm not so sure. I guess we can't see the right side. Alright, let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's some kind of trophy or something here. Trophy? What's that? Shield? Takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. Never tie prying to other people's business, do you? That voice. Edgeworth. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah, Mr. Edgeworth? You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right. Her sister's chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I'm known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. I was just Mr. Wright here who... Hey, don't blame me. Here to investigate a murder case. Murder. A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What is he smiling? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Examine. Wow, this jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right, I never see him wear it. So why is there a story behind why it's in a frame? Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K in it. Of prosecutors. Huh, what's that? It's the King of Prosecutors Trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What, so? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. You know, prosecutors, kinda like employee of the month, only better. King of... Given to Edgeworth. I see. So that's the King of Prosecutors' shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud of the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. It still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Oh! Now that I look at it, why did it break off? Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair, little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card in it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. Beside it, a giant steel samurai. Well, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot? Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? No. I don't think so. Don't remind me of Wendy old bag. Work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I could see my own reflection. Dick Gumshoe. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. Who'll sue you? Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's a bit of a tight spot. The red knights sure have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? The horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. Now I just feel sad if we're the pawns. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. They must have someone to get them for him. Dick Gumshoe. Strange. Why did I just pick the Detective Gumshoe again? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets on that ladder. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I go for more of the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by a place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisite, splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the timer until the impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Alright, let me check something real quick. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved here. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Wherever he's from, he must have been a pretty amazing prosecutor. About that, Emma. About that. I'd like to meet this Von Karma sometime. You wouldn't want to know the truth. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Is that it? Something I've been wondering. I guess there's no, like... Alright, let's talk to Edgeworth. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead and say it, Wright. You think I did it, don't you? You went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No! You don't think you did it? I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that, I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky, nice to meet you again. Now, that didn't sound forced at all. I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own card would become the scene of a murder. More surprisingly still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what do you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, legal searches, you name it. Next to my innocence established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm wrong, responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But sometimes they even go as far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? That's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? You know, she's not the warmest person. I'm sure she felt some sort of responsibility for you. Then, and why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Seriously? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was a murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in my toolbox in the trunk of my car. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. I guess they were wearing gloves. Edgeworth. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, you can't take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. I think we have to present him with this. So this is basically... This says you were the best of the best, huh, last year, huh? You could take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I'm always wondering about something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? It's got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. I think the shield has something to do with the case. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should go ask him more about yesterday. Ow, my arm. Sorry, guys. Ow. Especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Can you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the department, we sort file all evidence in for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Wiping your hands off old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police state department. There's an annual review for awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got that shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Parking stub. 512. Okay. This is the parking stub in the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened after you got back? What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. What the fuck? Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, we're anywhere on the premises. Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of your chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edward's lid blow. So Edward's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but, sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us. Give us your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Poor Officer Meekins. He's gonna get a raise. He's gonna get A reduced pay cut. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy, looks like he was absent the day they gave him braids and good luck. Damn police officers. Right. Yes, sir, guy caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm very busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. Victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He finally seemed to calm down. Alright, I want to know something. Let's check the... This must be the victim's blood, right? Right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What Edgeworth's doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends weekends roughing in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think fruit feeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now that there is a scary thought. Is that it? Strange how there's no fingerprints on it. About this parking stub. Miles Edgeworth, 512. This is dated to the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Maybe his owners held up a couple extra red lights. He would have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never want to know what'll happen when you run into a yellow light. Is that... I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright, let's move to the police department from what they told us. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that almost took 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. So, Edward said he was here. And it takes 30 minutes to go back to the prosecutor's office. That's why he got that ticket around, like, 5:12. Well, 5... Well, I forgot the time. Police department, huh? Only ever been to the criminal affairs next door, Hold on, what's that? The fuck? Disturbing? Why does it look undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Oh, they did mention they're trying to make a mascot. Wow, Mr. Ray. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. What's that next to him? Something appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What the hell are you doing here? It's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get info. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the evidence of criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Well, it sure is. Look at those two officers over there. They're pretty talking about the latest bus. Funny. Thought they were talking about the weather. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing Blue Badger? That's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's so battery power it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it could just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger faded to dance until he drops. Work of art. Chief Detective created by Detective Gumshoe. Hold on, I want to be sure. I didn't read this part. Name and ID are written here, Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. The reason that we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID. Yabba Dab. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba Dab. It does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, Teehee. It doesn't take much to amuse her. I feel like we're gonna remember this info. What's this? Can't read it. Oh well. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. You know this face? If you do, call 111. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, police drama and action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? I think they're designed after a panda. Panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was in a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had been looked at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Do they not have those at your zoo? The band here is announcing a crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it'll be that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to sit at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. Think most families can figure that out without extra help? That patrolman saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, "Hey, you do that? Your soup will get cold, buddy." That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eye. They make a good pair. Let's talk to Gumshoe. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Oh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned a detective of the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh, me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please let me investigate the case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir, by the way. You might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, me? Well, nothing really. Ow. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you. Now this is an important travel. Isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down, Pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief
Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
Patrolman's in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
I guess we have to present something, I guess. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Oh, hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
Why did he pause for a second? But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday, but there was evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that the chief prosecutor, Sky, called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much. Maybe the prosecutor trophy?
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Oh,
congratulations. I was wondering why the award is the award a shield, and why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
We need to know now. This is very important. Because it could be important down the line. Apparently he's forgotten.
I was pretty proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Alright, how about more evidence?
Found in Mr. Edwards' card stamped with the Mr. Edwards knife, huh? What would drive prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean sure, of course someone else really did it. I'm not saying it was your sister. Someone who must have a bear against Mr. Edgeworth.
Card and knife do seem to be a little too well organized to be a coincidence. But poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more what's going on with Edgeworth.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? In being involved with another case that he recently did.
It all started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammond.
Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one is whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would get suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun. Like, after that case, he probably had a reputation that people would automatically assume he was going to be suspicious.
Anyway, the latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself.
But what?
I know the truth, pal. Nobody here wants to We didn't want to prosecute Chief Prosecutor, but Mr. Edwards biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who he is, and what was his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly to the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall? Was he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's a regular officer from West LA.
We come from the West. For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter of something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Oh, feels bad, man. Detective Gumshoe is losing money. Pepe Hens. It's not surprising, but tears in me eyes. Tears in me eyes. Alright, I suppose we can investigate the car. Damn, we're about recording for over an hour. This is a long investigation. Investigation's still going? I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck with this pit till the sun sleeps. See my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, you're still here. Hello. What a surprise looks. Didn't I mention? I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking a little like a doggy that lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime?
For a cold grave for men who lost their dreams, and me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming up the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep.
Well,
I mean, hello, we should show this hopeless case something to catch his interest. There's something I wanted to ask you.
the scene of the crime.
Oh, are you kidding me? You won't even let me frickin'. Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I roll new fan letters to me, go right into the spittoon.
Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate.
Gumshoe, oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something.
Huh?
Look, where it says introduction, it says invitation.
I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall. That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the Siddler. Strike out for the lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hoo-tenny.
What's up? Police investigation or settling land? Like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Alright, can we actually get something? Officer Marshall, can you tell us more about the victim?
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Can you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. That smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness Angel's Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Death due to a loss of blood, one knife wound. Died within an hour and a half. So the victim was alive for like until 5:30? What happened in that 1 hour 30-minute time span? Was my sister involved in the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on the case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't particularly a gifted detective.
That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot.
So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
This isn't Texas, you fool. This is West LA. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marcher, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective?
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. We do things in the West, but not in Texas.
Pepe laughed.
Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, they tell you the truth.
Oh really now?
Now he tells me.
Well, you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason, we're just sort on hands right now. I was keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cattle has been kicked out of this cattle run by the order of the chief of police. But he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Okay. Let me check something real quick. Alright. He's 36 years old. Time of death is between 1 to 5:30 p.m. Yes. Cause of death, loss of blood from a chest wound. Suspect, wound caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was to be found. That's as good as autopsy reports go. A block is an area reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone who could have belonged to it. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, let's check it out. Right, let's check it out. Oh, it automatically does it for me. This phone's still good on the redial scene. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls made and received. You just press the blue button at the display on the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I don't know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Just that you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's just check this phone out. Oops. Why do I make a mistake like this? Dang it. Okay. I gotta be sure with my controls at times. Got it. I'm frustrated at these controls for looking at the evidence. Alright. This, I'm using my arrow keys. Enter key. Now to see the owner of this phone call last. Note to self, the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed that redial on that phone there, did you?
Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to the chief prosecutor, Sky.
What? It's my sister's.
She apparently dropped it while she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry there, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those new fandangle ringtones.
Oh, that? Oh. That was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Ah, debated. A wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh. I'm inside of the raft of the Lone Star Patrolman. Last call was made 5:18 on the day of the murder. So 12 minutes before he fully died. This rope is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person that would come to that conclusion. The cause of death was the loss of blood after a knife wound. B block is where the visitors park. See the lunch lane car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like that cute design on the door. I could see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think it too deeply, or you'll be fine. Appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock is on and the trunk is busted. Crime took place in the underground's parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. What a luxury car, he just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 6-7 S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well, so what does that mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, deductive reasoning to go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. I'm actually wondering what these things are. Alright. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister?
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And that prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina.
Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind and blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, something's up to something here, but who? Suspicion about Mr. Edgar have been nearly flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranged testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets and some load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there are bound to be bullets. There's where old-timers say. It's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did he target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We just have an autopsy report note from the victim and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothers me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. By the way, Emma? Yes? Know that song your phone plays when it rings? What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. Oh. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Why? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. There has to be more to that conversation. She must be hiding something. The detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here? We'll see what's going on here. Alright. I guess that'll be it for today's investigation. So next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're gonna head to day 2, Trial Former? I don't know what a Trial Former is, but we'll find out next time.